Hi, welcome to the Shelley Studio. Today I am working on the 100-day project. I am on day 8 and I am actually using the same landscape prompt as a previous one. If you've seen my last video, 100 days project video, I did some farmland in Delta where I saw some snow geese. And I'm just changing it up a little bit. Thought I'd try it again. Maybe off-center the silo. Change up the colors. Like, I think I could do... Oh, don't tell myself that. I'm like, I could probably do a series of this same thing with lots of different pieces of paper. And try and come up with a whole bunch of different ones with the same landscape. But I won't do that. I might do another one, though, now that I'm thinking about it. We'll see. Eventually. So, yeah, I've got the blue mountains in the background. The brown sort of strip that I put on there is supposed to be like trees and stuff in the background. Then I've got my little silo going there. And then this time, I did a white line. That's to represent snow, because it was very snowy. And then the strip of words represents the snow geese. And then I figured I would put another piece of text. It's not quite as long as it needs to be, but, you know, it works. It's okay, right? And that's just the foreground. And this time, instead of using the Stabilo to darken things, I'm just going to use a little bit of pencil around, I think. I don't think I take Stabilo to it at all. And I'm just drawing some birds up in the sky with my pencil. It's kind of hard to see, but you'll see them in the close-up in the photo at the end. I think I switch up pencils. This one's got a little bit softer lead. Make things a little bit darker. Yeah. And there it is. So that was day 8. The next one, day 9. This is another view. This is a view of Mount Timpanogos, from Pacific Drive. And Pacific Drive runs along a railroad track. So this is the mountain right here, and it tore in half, but I can glue it back together. Nobody need know that it came apart on me. Now, the Pacific Drive is along a strip with a lot of houses and stuff, but I just subtracted them out of the picture. And off to the right in this particular area is sorry about that. I had my phone right under the microphone. To the right is like a bunch of gravel, so I picked this gray piece of paper, and a railroad track runs along, and then there's a street. I don't know if the red is representing the railroad tracks or just the curb of the street. The street I do in brown. But there's a sign, and it's not crisscrossed like that, but I'm going to draw, you'll see. There's a sign right there that has the city listed on there. And I want to get a good photograph of that. One of these days I'll go over there and take a picture. But, I did take a picture, but a better picture. So I'm just drawing that little sign. I'm not going to write anything in there. It's way too small. I'm just adding a little bit of interest on there with the pen, and then attack it with my Stabilo again, as usual. I know I like the black from the Stabilo and water. I just kind of like what it does. It makes things interesting, and I never know quite how it's gonna go, but I try. And then it always looks so dark when I do it. I worry, but it really lightens up when it dries. Trying to get some angles on the mountain there. Hope you're all having a good day. It's been nice here. It's raining though. Coming down pretty good. So there's that one, number 9. Now number 10 is another picture from my trip to Delta. So this is actually closer to Nephi. And, okay, so I took a picture of this mountain, and it had this shape pattern on it with the snow and the trees that looked like a fingerprint. So I tried doing that with the Distress ink and my thumb. It's completely gone. Like, probably when I add the Stabilo, or it just faded, I don't know. But it didn't work anyway, so it was no biggie. But this is out in the desert of Utah. There's a little bit of green, but not a lot. It's mostly browns. We actually saw some wild horses as we were driving through here. We stopped to take a picture. This was where they were. I couldn't draw a horse, and not that small for sure. So they're not in the picture. If I show you the picture that this references, you'll see how bad I am at replicating. Even the mountain is just, well, of course, I tore it rather than cutting it or drawing it. So that makes a difference, right? That's my excuse. But yeah, just adding some layers. And alright. I'll put a picture of the horses. Maybe I'll do a close-up so you can't see the landscape. To compare. But I just found all these different layers. Browns, packing material, jelly prints, stained tissue paper, last pieces of watercolor. Lots of variety of papers. Again, the bottom piece is not big enough. They tend to curl if I don't, let them be pressed while they dry. So I try to do that. But see how that, the Distress ink, the brown Distress ink just disappeared completely. And again, going in with the Stabilo to add some shading and some interest and make it look more like a scene. My little twiggy trees there. Sorry, I'm being very silent. I've nothing to say about this one. Put some random green in there just to help green it up. And this was in February, so and the desert. So there we are, number 10. There's the mountain. I know, doesn't look anything like what I tore out. And the horses. Alright, on to the next one. I believe this is number 11. And this one was actually from my trip to New Zealand. So this is, it's a good thing my phone identifies where I was at the time. This was Rotary Park in Vauxhall, New Zealand. And I'm struggling to find greens, so this one gets a little bit more colorful. Yep, my sky is like white and blue. I guess maybe there's some clouds. And the view from Rotary Park, I believe, is to the water. Sorry, I was like, I should go find the photo so I can even remember what I'm looking at. But have I asked this video yet? Are y'all doing the 100-day project? Or just enjoying watching other people do it? Which is perfectly okay. Yes, it is a view out to the water. And there's a lot of hills out there and some islands. But I just put a couple of green hills out there. And I'm using, because I'm struggling to find green, I'm using napkin. This is really hard to keep together. Then we've got some colorful painty paper that I'm going to use to make the trees and the bush. Actually a fairly quick one with the gluing down this time. Trying to make those look like trees. Trying to make that line at the bottom of the hills look straight, because they're supposed to be in the water. So they would be flat horizon line. I hope you've been enjoying these videos. The 100-day project has been really fun to create. I just, I sit down, like, I got behind, like, a couple of days. So I had to sit down and do 2 or 3 at once to catch up. And I'm like, oh, like, it feels like it's such an effort, but I love the little works of art that are that I have in the end. So, it's all worth it. Anyways, if you did like this, please leave me a thumbs up or a comment. Thank you all for watching. Have an awesome day.